and fashionably late as usual. Hey folks, welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host, Johnny Hellcat, and with me today are minions Terry Diamantis.
Hello.
Sanguine.
Good evening, all.
And joining us, Frosted Glass.
Hello.
And Gabby's going to be joining us a bit later. And so how are you guys doing today?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah, I mean, as I told Terry earlier, my subs are up and my weight is down, so I'm pretty good.
I'm passing fair, though I had to hunt down butane this morning, and apparently not as many people sell butane as I once thought they did.
How
about yourself?
I remember when I was younger, I lost my butane torch. I had a little mini torch that was, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm searching all over the store for it, or the house for it, and then I realized that I set it on top of my pellet stove after I had lit it.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like,
you blew it up?
And I go to grab it, and the thing is excruciatingly hot.
Yep.
And so I just like threw it at the most unflammable thing that I could find, my couch.
Fantastic.
And
wise move.
Fortunately, nothing caught fire, but yeah, and nothing exploded. It must not have been like full enough, or
it didn't reach the point where it overpressurized enough that it could actually pop.
Yeah.
I was half expecting when you said the least flammable thing I could find, I thought you were going to say the paper recycling.
Or my wife.
Well, I wasn't married at the time, so it was no, it was. I'm just like, oh, that was fucking stupid, and I ran over and kind of like knocked it on the coffee table that I had, which was made of glass. So
knocked it onto my collection of oily. Knocked it onto my collection of oily rags.
Knocked it off the couch onto my pile of kindling. Knocked it off that into the oily rags. Knocked it off that into the mound of cotton balls.
No, my sawdust collection.
Oh no, my paint thinner.
Yeah.
Finally decided that you'd pick it up and throw it someplace really safe into the grain silo.
And then I gave it to my son, who has very paper thin skin.
He'll be fine.
He's fine.
It builds character.
Human bodies aren't that flammable, so it still is safer than all of the other things that we mentioned.
Yeah.
But no, it was one of those one of those things where you're like, yeah, someone's looking out for me. But no, and then we were talking about the streamer that caught her kitchen on fire, and was luckily enough not to be stupid to make it worse before the fire got there. The fire team got there.
Well, she tried to make it worse. It's just good luck that she was not able to.
Yeah.
But good thing women are incompetent.
One of the few times that incompetence is actually a virtue in a situation.
Yeah.
Also, like I said, one of the few times that you go, thank God they were a coward.
Yeah, it, like, good lord.
And just to make sure that everyone knows what we're talking about, do any of you want to give the summary of the situation?
Very basically, this chick was cooking on stream and a fire broke out. So she picked up the frying pan full of grease, took it to the sink, tried to pour water on it, but couldn't. There was like a flare up of fire. She dropped it in the sink and ran away.
I don't know if anyone else watches Red Letter Media, but I'm just thinking about be cool about fire safety.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard people talk about it.
Now,
See,
was
every time
that a gas stove or was that an electric stove?
I don't know.
Because I don't
know the details. I only saw the video.
I'd almost think that was electric, because if that was a gas stove, that could have been way worse.
Oh, yeah. Especially if it was a gas stove and she had managed to aerosolize the oil by pouring water into it.
Yeah. She'd be the Human Torch, and not the comic one.
Well, Assassin of the Grey in chat says she's still alive. That means she can try again. So, you know, maybe she'll burn us off alive next time.
I remember reading the instruction manual, not the instruction manual, the policy manual for my night job. They told us that, you know, everything's got to be by the book, and so I was reading the policy manual one night because you're supposed to read it once a year, and I'm just like, I'm gonna get this done over with, and just, you know, the same shit. I've been working here for, I think it was 17 years at the time, and I'm like, flip, whatever, nothing's changed. And I caught the part where they were talking about the fire extinguishers. And what really caught my eye was the line, fire extinguishers should only be used by trained professionals. And nice. I'm like, I have worked here for 17 years, and I have not been trained once on how to use this thing. So
I have.
So if they want us to stop a fire, like, we have to wait for the firemen to show up before we're able to do anything. And I went to my.
It's not like it's hard to use a fire extinguisher. You don't need that much training.
Oh no, it's
pull the pin and squeeze the handle and make sure you're aiming at the fire.
Yeah, and it's, well, I mean, depending on what type of, you know, extinguisher you have.
Sure.
You know, but.
Because that is something that not a lot of people realize. There are different sorts of fire extinguishers.
I think the ones that we had had the powder that.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, there's different stuff in them, but they're still basically used the same way. You pull the pin, squeeze the handle, and aim the hose at the fire.
Yeah.
The only difference is some of them you can use if, like, a person's on fire, you can blow the fire extinguisher at them. Other ones, if you do that, you'll cause horrendous chemical burns.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it depends
so it's a win-win.
What the fire is.
Yeah, they either get burns from the fire or they get burns from the chemical.
Hey, there's the birthday boy in chat.
Let's see here. Yeah, and then, well, I mean, the one that, you know, the Hollywood fire extinguisher is the one that everyone always sees. Just because it's synonymous with the sound. I think it's just because of the sound that it makes.
Yeah, it has that nice noise to it.
Yeah. I think the majority of the ones that we've ever had were just like powder ones, so it's kind of like, it's like, and then it just shoots like an assload of powder.
Yep.
Kind of just lasers it out.
I think the one I had at work, like the one I was trained on, was carbon dioxide was what sprayed out of it.
And those, you have to be careful that you're using them in a large enough space.
Yeah.
But I was talking to my boss. I'm like, you do realize that if a fire gets out and if we use a fire extinguisher, that will allow us to be fired from the job. And they're like, well, maybe we should actually start training you guys. And so, yeah.
Might be an idea.
After 18 years, it took another year for them to come up with this idea. So they started training us on how to use the fire extinguishers.
Nice.
I mean, I obviously people should be trained to use fire extinguishers, but I can understand if they thought, look, everyone just get the fuck out of the building. That's more important than anything else.
And
well, how expensive is the building?
Well,
probably insured, though. That's probably not their problem.
If you go by how they described the buildings were, some of them are $1 million buildings. Which, I mean,
it sounds like you're
everyone and their
doubtful of.
Everyone and their mother knows that they're full of shit when they say it's $1 million building, and like half of the. No, it's. I think it was just really built too quickly, and they're like, "Well, good enough. Let's just pad the rest of this." So, but I can't say that without proof. But if you take the average, the way I did the conspiracy theory with it is if you look at the average year of the vehicles that the staff are driving versus the higher ups, you can tell where the money goes.
No, of course.
Yeah. So it's
also there's the issue of it's $1 million building. Okay, do you mean that it cost $1 million to make, or that it's actually worth $1 million? Those are two entirely different things.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah,
because
it's definitely not $1 million building.
Yeah, because it could be that it cost $1 million to make, mainly because you kicked the job to one of your buddies that was a foreman at this one company, and money just kind of got spent and disappeared.
As it does.
Yep. As it very often does, which is why the mob took so much effort to take over a lot of construction for goddamn ages.
But yeah, no. And the sad part is with most of those jobs, like you essentially pick who survives.
I pick me.
So like your goal is to get as many people out as possible, but there are a lot of people who are like have mobility issues.
Yep.
And so I'm like, if we're going by, oh, you saved everyone, there's a lot of people going out of their fucking window.
Yep. It's the fell math of triage.
Yep.
Which is
I
something
was
that...
lucky that there was never any actual fires when I was working. The fire alarm went off a lot, but it was never an actual fire. There was always a false alarm.
We had one actual fire happen in all the time that I've been working there, and it was a dryer. Because the lint got caught further up in the not next to the element, but like it was further up there, but it was
close enough that it was still in one of the exhaust tubes that gets a bit too hot.
Yep. And and it caught. The guy did a really good job, got everyone the hell out of there, and fire people showed up. It got really smoky, but nothing really burnt, so that was a good positive.
So why'd you leave the building, pussies?
Better than working.
Thankfully, at the jobs where I was in charge of dealing with shit like that, dealt with more flooding and pipe issues than I did with fire. Also, dealt with more burglaries than I did fire.
I think the weirdest thing I had, the house that I worked in the most, had a big glass
Wonkavator?
window.
Oh.
I wish. So, get me the fuck out of here.
But then you'd have to pay for the new roof every time that you use that function.
It's a state thing. They can take care of it.
Ah, okay.
But so I hear a knock on the door, and it's not like I can, hide and be like, oh, didn't see me, so you can just keep knocking.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the door, and then a topless Mexican dude is standing at the door, shivering, and he's like, "Man, I need a ride," and I'm like, "You need to go somewhere else, because that shit's not gonna happen."
And then he says, "You want to go on a nice hike with me?"
Yep. And you spend 2.5 hours in The Sims.
So I ended up calling one of the other group homes that had people in there, and I'm like, it's a long story, but I need one of you to come over here and stay here for, I don't know, maybe half an hour while I try and lose this guy, because he's trying to find a ride to his home. I don't know where it is.
Why do I get the mental image of you saying, okay, I don't have much time to explain. I need one of you to come over here so that I can deal with a shirtless Mexican.
Oh, I didn't tell him about the shirtless Mexican. I'm like, you'll know when you show up.
Okay.
And so one of the gals from one of the other places, I'm like, I don't care. Like, as soon as I get back, I'll relieve you. But I'm just like, let me get in here. And as soon as she walks in, she's just like, oh God, you weren't kidding. And I'm like, yeah. And because I had no idea, clearly the guy was out of his mind. Because he's like, can you give me, I need to call a taxi. I'm like, all right. So I gave him the phone. I gave him a phone book. And he's just like rubbing the paper against his hands.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Was it Braille?
It might as well have been. I don't know. It's almost like he was just flipping through the phone book just to feel the breeze on his face. I have no idea what was going on in this guy's head. So,
What are we talking about?
a topless Mexican dude that walked into a group home that I was working in.
Oh, well, that sounds like a story.
And so I get home. I get to my car. I get him in there. And he's like, man, do you got a sweater? So I have an extra sweater in the back. And I give it to him. And he points me to the direction of his house. And I'm just like, in the middle of this whole thing, I'm like, okay, what do I do if this guy attacks me for no reason? I'm not even really paying attention to what he's saying because he's just so incoherent and all over the place. And so I get him to this place, and he's like, man, I work at this restaurant. If you are ever in the area, just let him know, and I'll hook you up with some free food. And I'm like, yeah, I'll swing on by one of these days. And I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going there.
Yep.
That's a trap. If I've ever
Nope.
heard. So I drop him off at his apartment, and I haul ass back to the group home I was working at. And I was like, I don't even know. Like he kissed my hand. Like he offered
Did you boil it afterwards?
he offered his hand like in a handshake, and I'm like, oh, okay, doing the cordial thing, and just shake his hand and fuck off, and I gotta go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
Chivalry isn't dead.
And so he grabbed my hand and then he kissed my hand, and I'm like, why the fuck did you just do that? Like,
He gets back home that night, Mrs. Hellcat, honey, why is your hand horribly burned? It's a long story.
no, this is long.
The first rule is
This is long before I got married, so it's...
It needed to be sterilized.
he just wanted to feel the fur and kiss the toe beans. You are a cute kitty cat.
But the point being, Johnny doesn't like Mexicans.
So what you're saying is
Johnny is awkwardly set aside by Mexicans. I'm sorry, Six.
So this just reminds me of something that happened when I was working EMS. Do you guys know that when an EMS call is started, every state has their own requirements for EMS, so you have to get licensed within that state in order to practice in that state.
Yeah.
But the start of the EMS call determines what state is in charge of the requirements for that transport, even if it goes ridiculously outside that state, right? So I was working EMS in Northern Virginia at the time, which means that it's very easy to go into DC jurisdiction or Maryland jurisdiction. And this was one of those times. Transporting a patient, going to I believe it was a psych facility or a rehab facility, something along those lines. We finish out that call. We come down. And as we're coming down, the staff is all just talking to each other. Like, what the fuck was that about? And they see us and they go, oh, thank God you're here. There's a guy who says that he's ODing. What? Turns out that a guy had stumbled up in the middle of winter, knocked on the door of this facility. Someone had answered it, and he said, I need help, I'm ODing. And they went, well, sucks to suck. Close the door on his face. So we go out. We find the guy. He's clearly high as a goddamn kite. And he starts, or sees us, sees the uniform that we're wearing, and sees the ambulance that we're walking to. And he comes running over and goes, okay, you guys have to help me. You guys need to take me to the hospital. I ate way too much. And I'm trying to remember what drug he said that he ate. I want to say it was like he had too much acid or some shit like that.
He ate it? Like...
Yes.
I've heard of snorting and smoking and injecting drugs. I haven't heard about eating them. Like, did he put it in a sandwich?
I think it was acid, and I think he said that he ate way too much acid. But I could be wrong. It could have been a different drug.
How big was the tab that he had to chew?
I think he did like an entire sheet.
Oh, Jesus.
So he comes over to us, starts saying that. So we're just like, oh, fuck, okay. We can't actually transport the guy because we're outside of our jurisdiction. So we can't start a call in that state without that state's requirements. So we're there with an ambulance and a stretcher, and we have to call 911 in order to get a different ambulance and a stretcher to show up. As we're just kind of making sure that the guy's okay. We can't actually render any care because of the laws. We can do what would be within the Good Samaritan law coverage, but we can't go outside of that. So we're making sure that he's okay, we're keeping him talking, keeping him awake, as we're waiting for an ambulance that can actually transport the guy to show up. As we're doing this, a couple police cars start passing by. We wave them down. They come over to figure out what's going on. We tell them the deal. They go, okay, so we'll just stay here and wait with you guys, make sure that everything stays safe. Because he did say that he said that he was on drugs, and the guy is going, yep, I took way too much. Just saying that without any sort of, there's police, I need to be quiet now. No, he's just saying it out loud and proud to the police officers that just showed up.
I'm starting to think this guy has poor judgment.
And as we're there, of course, we start talking to the police officers and just bullshitting back and forth. Have you guys ever listened to EMTs and cops bullshit?
No.
So it ends up being just each of us talking about the most fucked up situations similar to the situation that we're in, that we've had happen before. And the guys just kind of sitting on our stretcher waiting for the other ambulance crew as the cops start talking about how, oh yeah, you think this is weird? One day, I'm also a firefighter volunteer firefighter in my off time, so I was at the station house and a dude just started eating the grass out front of the fire station because he was that fucking high. And the guy on the stretcher looks at the police officer dead serious for a moment and says, I never ate the grass. And it takes a few moments of us going, no, he's talking about a different person, for him to go, oh, okay. And then he just sits back down, relaxes. We start talking about another situation where someone did something and say, I never did that. We're talking about someone else. Oh. And we're just bantering back and forth, talking about this type of shit every single time. That wasn't me. We aren't saying it was you. Finally, the ambulance that we had to call in shows up. We get the care transferred over. But it was just this dude, high and completely in another fucking world, trying to defend his own honor against being accused of eating grass and like stripping naked in the middle of the street. And we have to explain to him each time, not every high person is you. We can talk about other people that have been high before.
I'm high. Everyone's talking about me.
I'm sure it feels like you took all of the drugs, dude, but you were not like all of the drugs.
The plot twist is it was him all those times.
Spoiler. Oh, spoiler.
He's like the Kaiser Soze of druggies.
Exactly.
So how's your day going, Gabby?
Good. I just got back from work. It's a rather long commute, but it's not going to be forever, thank goodness.
That's good to hear. So is it that the job is moving closer, or is it that you're moving closer?
They're actually building a new location in my town, so I have to go and train at the the OG store to just learn the functions and practices and all the good stuff. And it's like forever away, dude. It sucks. Literally, just every single day, hours out of my day.
Yep.
Just the drive alone, not to mention the training. But it's good. I'm feeling very optimistic about this job, which is surprising because I haven't been optimistic in years.
And hopefully this one is completely aware of who they hired, unlike last time, where they went, yeah, we'll hire you. Wait, you're overqualified.
Yeah, that was the first time I'm ever fired, and it's because I'm overqualified. I'm like, it's like Pulp Fiction. It's like, English, motherfucker, can you read it? Because you have my resume.
Yeah, that still just absolutely baffles me because I've not gotten a job because they've said I'm overqualified, which I think is bullshit in and of itself, because if someone's applying to your job and they're overqualified, it means that they're just trying to get a fucking job.
Yeah, but a lot of employers look at it like, because their turnover rate, for example, is like, especially if it's a job where there's bonuses involved, a high turnover rate for people quitting, like affects, I mean, it affects the performance of the store in general, but also, like, so if they know you have credentials above what they're applying for, like, you kind of know you're a pit stop until they find something better. So, I mean, it's understandable that they wouldn't hire you on, but these people knew my credentials, and they hired me on, and a couple weeks later, it's like, a Christian man on a Sunday evening leaves me a voicemail at 6 p.m. Like, oh, nothing. Oh, I mean, you guys have seen my tweets. I think most of you guys have. I shared screenshots. That was such bullshit.
Lol.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I can understand when they don't hire you for a job because you're overqualified. It's still a bit bullshit, but I can understand it. When they fire you for being overqualified, that is the complete. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
That was,
I know
that's
what
my
it is.
sentiment.
Gabby, did you complete a PhD in those 2 weeks?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, if someone stole my identity and they're doing good shit, fuck yeah. No, it's normally the other way around.
Yeah, that's kind of like the job that I currently work at. One of the higher ups in another thing under the same parent company has my exact first name and surname. So it constantly happens where people will email me when they're trying to email him, and I'm always just thinking, why is it always this and never payroll?
Yeah.
That does this fuck up? I'd be okay getting the wrong check from time to time, and but no, it's always, what do you think about this hiring decision? What about this? Do you think that we should make this deal?
Well, you should start answering those emails. 'Cause, I mean, what difference does it make if you give a bad answer? It's not you, not actually you that'll get fired.
Until they look back at the email and they go, son of a bitch.
No, the other Sanguine is the one that was in charge of this. You know, he's the one he should get fired for telling us to go ahead with investing in this ridiculous
Widget or what's it?
What's that?
I said he's the one that should be fired for telling us to invest in this ridiculous, and he paused. So I said, widget or what's it?
Yes.
Let's see here. But, yeah, it's... Yeah. But I actually did have a backup plan in case you guys were interested. I happen to have acquired Rift Tracks, the game.
I thought that was the whole point of the stream. I was wondering why we hadn't started yet.
Nice.
Oh, there's a new game I need to go buy.
It was more over like let's see how long the conversation lasts, and then go from there. If you guys are,
Yeah, I mean, the way you invited me onto the stream, I assumed it was to play the Rift Tracks game.
What's this game about?
You never mentioned it to me.
Yeah, I wasn't told anything. So.
actually, Terry is the only one I told, and I just told him I bought the game.
Yeah, but I thought you mentioned that you bought the game immediately after inviting me on Minions as a way of saying this is why
Welcome to
I'm
Rift
inviting
Tracks,
you on.
the
You know,
game.
Oh my
to
god,
play
it's
it.
loud.
But I didn't want to tell Frosted that was the thing because I know you like to ambush people with torture streams, so I thought maybe you had the same thing planned for Frosted as like get him on here and then how would you like to play the Rift Tracks game?
So we were talking about fire hydrants all this time when we could have been doing this.
Exactly.
I missed the fire hydrants part, and I don't think I actually missed it.
Or fire extinguishers, I mean.
Yeah.
Yes, fire extinguishers were a focal point at the early conversation.
Well,
Which is what you need when you have a grease fire. Did anyone see that clip of that girl who started a grease fire during
That's
her
exactly.
No, we haven't seen it.
I detect sarcasm, sir.
Explain it to us. So let's just get onto Rift Tracks.
I'm doing this as hard as I can.
But no, actually, I was kind of waiting for Gabby to get in, so we were still kind of just playing it casual until game time starts. So let's.
Do I need to buy it to play it with you, or do you host
No,
it?
it's like Jackbox. You just have to go to the website and enter a room code.
Okay.
Or like what the dub.
Well, the game is like what the dub, but I figured Jackbox is more well known for the room code system.
Yeah. So let's see here.
Speaking of Steam, guess what I got in the mail the other day?
What's that?
You got your
My Steam Deck.
Steam Deck.
Yes.
Oh, I did see you mention that.
It is glorious. I love it so far. I haven't had a whole lot of time to play because I've been working and everything. But dude, my computer can't even run No Man's Sky. But I can play No Man's Sky on my Steam Deck.
Nice.
Yeah, here
Bro.
And now it's actually worth playing No Man's Sky.
It wasn't. I think it was Shitty Grin was mentioning that it was just as good on his computer than it was. It was better on the Steam Deck than it was on the computer.
Oh, it might have been.
Something like
I'm
that.
not sure.
Someone
The
mentioned
graphics are really amazing because I play 100% Orange Juice on my computer and I played it on my Steam Deck, and honestly, the visuals is a bit better on the Steam Deck. Like,
I remember 100% Orange Juice. I tried playing that for a bit, but it made no sense.
I love the creative chaos. I wish more people would play with me.
I have
I've
been.
not heard of 100% Orange Juice until now.
Bruh,
What
do
is that?
I actually have you as a friend on Steam, Sanguine?
I don't think you do.
Well, I'll have to give you my friend code or something.
Copy that.
All right, so I will share, which I should be able to do on here. And hopefully the audio will still.
I can see it.
Yep, I can see.
Can you hear the clacking?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay. So
Actually, hold on. Let me unmute this and see if I can this way.
let me
Try it again.
Share screen. No, can't do that because that's tab.
I can hear the clack through the stream.
I can't hear anything, but I have the stream muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the
Without
stream muted too.
Without the stream, I can't hear the clack. With the stream, I can hear the clack. So
Okay,
the
I'm
audio-
listening to the stream now. I hear the background music and the clicky clacky.
Okay, so
I
that
don't.
with better planning, this would have probably could have worked out. But yeah,
Hush, we're
I'm-
professionals.
I'm
This is
not-
all on purpose.
I'm not one to plan. Let's see here. Yeah, sure. We'll repeat the clip to riff. No, we'll stay with that one. So this is pretty much exactly like
What the dub?
So
Mm-hmm. It's literally the same game with RiffTrax branding,
Yeah.
from what I can tell.
alright, so
I presume we want to write our own riffs. We don't want to pick from theirs.
alright.
Oh no! I'm remembering that kids movie, Brave Little Toaster.
Mm-hmm.
That was, oh man, I miss old school cartoons, shows, and movies. That was a whole other animal.
Old school ones were always the best. I especially love old school animated movies because there were always that section that it was just let's scare the shit out of the kids,
Mm-hmm.
and we need
Like All
more.
Dogs Go to Heaven, dude.
Yep.
So we will.
You need an element of children's movies that just scare the shit out of children.
Like the thing in the Willy Wonka movie, the Gene Wilder. It just gets
Yes, the tunnel.
incredibly scary for no reason.
Yeah.
Alright, so
It's riffing time. Everyone, head to rifftrax.games and enter your room code.
So, oh, that's cute. You post up California on your screen there for the stream. Thanks.
And game codes on the screen.
I like that we both went with Nelson names.
What's the, where'd you put the room code?
It's on
You go to
screen in
RiffTrax,
the.
go to rifftrax.games, as it says, and then the room code is on the screen.
Oh, there we go.
One thing I already don't like is that the number of characters is less than you get on Jackbox. It's only 10.
yeah, that's just about the same for
What the dub?
yeah.
Well, the correct number is 12, not 10. So they need to fix that.
Yes, they do.
That's just making me think of the justification for the old English monetary coin system and why it had the how much each thing it took in order to yield the next thing.
And I think alright, and if you want to, I think you probably have to start with
And Batman got in.
the Batman. Is
That's
going
the,
to this.
That was our Mystery Sixth.
Alright, so
Hopefully the delay won't be too bad for Batman playing from chat.
yeah, I stretched the time out a little bit so that
Okay, that's good.
I mean it's 60 seconds is kind of a bit long, but I kind of I think it'll once everyone puts their selections in, it'll be fine. And
Yeah.
I think Frosted is the holder of the.
Yes, he would be. He is Dr.
Oh,
Nelson.
I am? Okay. So start.
Doctor? Yeah.
Hello, aspiring riffers. In each round of Writer Riff mode, a movie clip will play. Every clip has a spot to write your
Yeah,
own
we
joke
watching
or riff,
instructions?
as we call it. If you're
Yep.
stuck, you can choose a randomly assigned
least for the
riff
first
from
set.
one of our own professional comedy professionals at a slight point deduction. Everyone's riffs are played back and you vote for your favorite.
So they have
At
to
the
pick-
end of all the rounds, the player with the most points wins. Round 1.
Who the fuck's Teresa?
That's just the example name that they use.
Managed to save some clothes for you.
Okay. Take a deep breath and enter your riff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling witty today.
There's there's a lot more sounds in this than the
Take your time. I'll just sit here quietly.
Can we select our avatar? No. I would not have picked the afro.
I get to be Torgo.
Oh, shit. Did I not submit it in time?
I managed to save some clothes for you.
Don't shit on them, Amber.
I was lazy. I did the riff me thing. I couldn't think of anything funny.
I spent too much time scrolling through the sound
Managed to save
effects.
some clothes for you.
Oh honey,
I didn't
what
re-
we're gonna be doing, we don't need clothes.
I managed to save some clothes for you.
What not to wear, Clueless Dude Edition.
I managed to save some clothes for you.
And no, I'm not letting you leave.
I'm afraid. I managed to save some clothes for you.
Oh, it
Granted,
automatically
they are all
picked
just
stuff
lingerie
for
and
me,
tights.
because
Got
I
your
ran out of
favorite?
time, I think.
Vote now.
Yep.
Doing great there. Don't get cocky.
Yeah, it says no riff submitted for me.
Round 2.
Yes.
Jimmy, wash your hands. Time to eat.
It's that time again. Enter your riff now.
And did I hear some of the voices of the Rift Tracks characters in there?
For
That's
the
almost up.
one that was just auto added, yes.
I have zero audio for the game,
Jimmy, wash your hands. Time to
so I didn't
eat.
hear anything.
Fuck you, ma. I'm gonna eat with all this dead baby blood on my hands.
Jimmy, wash your hands. Time to eat.
Okay, but I don't see why I need to glorify that slop you call dinner.
That skips some levels.
Jimmy, wash your hands. Time to eat.
Winner, winner, chicken nugget dinner.
Jimmy, wash your hands. Time to eat.
Spot, don't lick the peanut butter this time.
Oh, it's disappointing.
Jimmy, wash your hands. Time to eat.
But mom, I'm chasing away the blacks. Oh, alright.
Jimmy,
Is there any
wash
way
your
to
hands.
watch it?
Time to eat.
The peanut butter won't lick itself off.
Time to pick the
Is there a way to
funniest
watch
riff.
it?
Vote now.
Because I'm watching it on stream. I don't know how to watch the clips on the Rift Tracks website.
I think you can watch it in the StreamYard window
I'm
if
sure
there'll be
you
no
don't-
audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just muted there.
Well, would you check out the riffing
Oh, you
skills
guys
on this
are
guy?
terrible.
Oh,
Racism for the win.
We have different definitions of winning, sir.
I think Cat Nelson did extremely well there.
Round 3.
Yes, he did.
Inside the filtration plant, chemicals are added to the water to get rid of harmful germs.
It's go time, Mama Jama. Enter your riff now.
Oh, well. Okay, I don't know if I should put this one in here, but.
If this gets the stream taken down, I'm sorry.
Don't lie to us.
Oh, I'm having such a brain fart. I'm trying to make a reference, but I can't remember. I give up.
Inside the filtration plant, chemicals are added to the water to get rid of harmful germs.
Harmful germs, my ass. This is where I get rid of all them dead hookers.
Inside the filtration plant, chemicals are added to the water to get rid of harmful germs.
Be careful not to get the Jew on you.
Inside the filtration plant, chemicals are added to the water to get rid of harmful germs.
Now here's how this principle can be applied to the lesser races.
Inside the filtration plant, chemicals are added to the water to get rid of harmful germs.
Fauci says we need to put COVID patients
Why
in
am I
there.
friends with any of you people?
Inside the filtration plant, chemicals are
Bad
added to the
judgment.
water to get rid of harmful germs.
Like the gypsies, which are just a cultural pathogen.
You're overqualified.
Inside the
Call
filtration
back. I
plant,
love it.
chemicals are added to the water to get rid of harmful germs.
Hear that, old man? Your days are numbered.
The riffs are in. Time to vote.
I don't want to like any of these.
Well, look at this hot shot.
Yes!
There is
Round
no God.
You see, fellows, the scientific principle of a spring is to absorb
this is
energy
classic.
and then to release it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Is it muted in the StreamYard?
Yes, it is.
Unfortunately,
Time to
yes.
bring the funny. Enter your riff now.
There we go.
TikTok people, TikTok people.
You see, fellows, the scientific principle of a spring is to absorb energy and then to release it. That's all there is to it.
I'll have some brochures for you guys later.
You see, fellows, the scientific principle of a spring is to absorb energy and then to release it. That's all there is to it.
See, this is how you break someone's knees. I mean golf.
You see, fellows, the scientific principle of a spring is to absorb energy and then to release it. That's all there is to it.
I fucked your mom.
Weak sauce.
You see, fellows, the scientific principle of a spring is to absorb energy and then to release it. That's all there is to it.
Next time that asshole opens his mouth, I'm gonna whop him in the happy sacks with my sand wedge.
You see, fellows, the scientific principle of a spring is to absorb energy and then to release it. That's all there is to it.
You can do it, put your back into it. I can do it, put your ass into it. Uh-huh.
You see, fellows, the scientific principle of a spring is to absorb energy and then to release it. That's all there is to it.
Now once you get yourselves the magical Will Smith Negro, you may one day beat me.
Time to place your vote, fellow riffers.
None of these really work for me.
Yeah, mine you kind of have to watch a movie to know what I'm talking about.
I'll just go with that touchdown. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything, so
Well,
I just
I, for
clicked
one,
riff
am
on me,
impressed.
and that's why the brochure's comment is like so pathetic. It's like,
I couldn't think of anything, so I just put a fucked your mom.
Okay, riffers, it's the final round.
Well, when in doubt.
Kill and destroy. Kill and destroy all humans.
You've seen the clip? Now enter your riff.
I couldn't think of anything.
I seem to not be nearly as good at this one as I am at like Quiplash and Survive the Internet.
We're all waiting.
It might also be the clips that were being shown.
Yeah, they're not the best.
They've been a bit
Kill and destroy. Kill and destroy all humans.
Exterminate. Exterminate.
Kill and destroy. Kill and destroy all humans.
Quick, look scared.
Kill and destroy.
I just want to know what movie this is from.
Attack of the Super
Oh,
Monsters.
never
It says
mind,
it-
they're
it's
just
good.
Japs.
says
it
Find some
does.
humans.
It does, you're right. They're-
Kill and destroy. Kill and destroy all humans.
Their only escape is anime. Well, shit.
Kill and destroy. Kill and destroy all humans.
Our guests after being on the corner.
Kill and destroy. Kill and destroy all humans.
And I thought that Black Lives Matter were bad.
Here we go again. Time to vote.
Just for the fact that it lined up perfectly, I'm going for the guests on the corner.
I was just trying to choose which racist option to choose.
Check out the high score on this one, people.
Literally, no one appreciates a good Doctor Who reference anymore. Again,
And
why
the
am I friends
winner
with you
is-
people?
The Exterminate was good.
I think
It just
it's
didn't make me
people.
laugh this time.
Bow down before your new champion
Throw him in the
Ripper.
bathtub.
My poster is moist.
Yeah, Gabby sucks at this game, I see.
If it had been a good, aha, the Dalek's natural enemy, stairs! Then
I didn't think I had to hit the the head of the nail that hard. Exterminate is already a classic. Exterminate.
Hey, Duffy the cat.
I'm apparently the safety woman.
Oh, fuck you,
uh,
game.
Am I doing
You're
another?
the toilet guy.
Am I doing a same players game?
We could. We can keep it going. Let's see how badly I wasted
Round
the money on this
one.
John collects the money to buy our food.
Are you the next top riffer? Enter your riff. Don't get nervous, but you're almost out of time!
John collects the money to buy our food.
Which is our story about what's inside the paper bags he brings back and we're sticking to it.
John collects the money to buy our food.
And sends it to Ukraine.
John collects the money to buy our food.
I say collect, but it is more of a mugging.
John collects the money to buy our food.
Stay away from the strip clubs this time, Johnny.
John collects the money to buy our food.
And lube.
John collects the money to buy our food.
Okay guys, gimme your money and I'll go buy a coon we can ass rape.
Okay, we all had a good laugh. Now time to vote.
Hey, someone dialed that up really quick.
That one was a bit too blatant. It wasn't like clever or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simply stunning work!
Hey!
Hey, someone voted for mine. Nuts.
Round 2.
For shame,
What I wouldn't give for a nice, chill
Yep,
glass
thank you.
of champagne.
Time to bring the funny. Enter your riff now.
I hate that was the first thing that came to my mind. And now it's stuck in there, so that's gonna be my answer. Kiev says you can insert sound effects into your answers. Really? Can you?
Yeah.
Yes. There is an Add SFX button just above the box where you enter them.
Bruh!
Go, go, go! Move, move, move!
That's also why it kind of helps to pad
the sound.
The time.
What I wouldn't give for a nice, chill glass of champagne.
How about head? If so, I'll go grab some once you pay up.
What I wouldn't give for a nice, chill glass of champagne.
Well, if you hadn't drunk it all the first night, you'd have had some biatch.
What I wouldn't give for a nice, chill glass of champagne.
What the fuck was this palm leaf doing in you vagina?
What I wouldn't give for a nice, chill glass of champagne.
Nice. That certainly makes the date rape a lot easier.
What I wouldn't give for a nice, chill glass of champagne.
And a jar of cocaine. Wearies Johnny?
Got a favorite riff? Vote now.
Palm leaf or cocaine?
Oh. There's no way to just skip answer.
My mouse is dead.
Well, you could just wait for the time to run out. That's the same as not voting.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I have to vote. I can't just not vote, but I do it under protest.
Might be a champion riffer in the making.
Oh, no one voted for mine. That's a shame.
Bruh.
Ready to
Why are there
outriff
so
your
many
friends?
Nelsons? What
Here
is
we
going
go.
on?
How can you tell grass from other plants?
You've seen the clip? Now enter your riff.
So the Nelson thing is because Frosted and I both put Nelson names by coincidence, so Johnny did too. Frosted was a reference to Ted Nelson, mine was Mike Nelson, and so Johnny went with Cat Nelson.
Because I'm original.
Better hurry.
Oh, no.
How can you tell grass from other plants?
Oh, well.
By being overqualified.
What is wrong with you guys?
How can you tell grass from other plants?
Help, I'm stuck in some kind of weird time loop.
How can you tell grass from other plants?
Stick it in a bowl and smoke it. Or if you want to be boring botany, I suppose.
How can you tell grass from other plants?
When boogie sounds funny after you smoke it, that's the real grass.
How can you tell grass from other plants?
I think
If it's
everyone
grass,
made hot
Adam will be
jokes.
trying to smoke it.
Yeah,
Time to pick the funniest riff. Vote now.
except for the one that was an auto submit because Gabby ran out of time.
I think I can guess what the one's gonna win on this one.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
You're doing great.
Everyone.
Don't let it go
Wow.
to your head.
Nicely played.
I thought that was kind of lazy, to be honest.
No, that was good.
Round 4.
I hear you're having some trouble understanding measuring. Can I help?
It's go time, Mama Jama. Enter your riff now.
Oh, I feel. Oh, I hate the fact that I. You're almost out of that. Whatever. Y'all are still way worse than me.
Yes, I got it in. I think
hear
I got
you're
it
having
in.
some trouble understanding measuring. Can I
That's
help?
what he said.
Do you have a 12-inch cock, or is that a tube of gym socks down there?
I hear you're having some trouble understanding measuring. Can I help?
My mummy and daddy have very different ideas about how much 6 inches is.
I hear you're having some trouble understanding
We all
measuring.
made this
Can I help?
Oh boy, what could go wrong when a grown man randomly shows up excited to teach little boys?
I hear you're having some trouble understanding measuring. Can I help?
But professor, a cock fluctuates and is not a stable measurement device.
I hear you're having some trouble understanding measuring. Can I help?
I told you mom doesn't want you around here, Mr. Biden.
I hear you're having some trouble understanding measuring. Can I help?
Yeah, you can start by putting some pants on and vacating to outside of 100 feet from the house before the cops get here.
Got a favorite riff? Vote now.
KVDM in chat says the next 6 inches, which I like.
If Sora was here, I'd ask what volume that was.
I did ask her to join us, but she is nursing a migraine.
I hope she feels better soon.
Looking
I
good.
knew that would win. That was too good.
That was good.
I think we figured out who's going to win this game, though.
Okay, Riffers.
Yeah, I think
it's
it's a bit
the
of a
final
blowout.
round. It's that time again. Enter your riff now. Go, go, go. Move, move, move.
Joe Biden trying to crawl anywhere without his handlers. Oh my god, Amber Heard came and crapped inside my coffin. This blowjob machine is great. It's a boy, Mrs. Jarbo. Shit, the lift broke and I am stuck.
Game over.
Got your favorite? Vote now.
I keep forgetting about the sound effects. Oh.
I find it takes too long to scroll through them because you don't really have that much time.
Yeah.
That's how I lost the first round, is I spent too much time scrolling through the sound effects.
Well, look at you. I bet you had a good breakfast.
Is that a
Yeah.
is that a reference to something?
Matt Jarbo, Mundane Matt.
Yeah, I just didn't realize that was a thing.
And the winner is...
By an astounding margin.
Yeah.
And we have a winner. Let's give him a hand.
By an overqualified margin.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Frosted.
Yeah.
I think it's time we can fire you.
Oh.
You guys are a bunch of lovable douchebags.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm the ice cream bunny. I'll take that.
I'm the uncredited dancer.
Why do? Oh, I keep getting the
Man
worst
in
gigs.
crowd, uncredited.
Am I starting it again?
Do we need to change any of the settings?
Do we want to extend the timer maybe? Or,
Yeah, so we can at least play around with some of the stuff. So let's,
What's better than riffing? More riffing.
all right. So
we've got a different Nelson in charge this time.
There's only room enough for one Nelson around here.
There could be only one.
And I'm a doctor.
There's Gabby. Okay. Who are we missing?
me.
And it's me as well. Me.
There he is. Okay. Want me to start?
I didn't get in.
So who did we?
I was excluded.
Ah, so someone from chat must have jumped in and taken your place.
Which I'm not sure how, because I'm watching the stream and it's not being displayed on the stream.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because Mike Nelson, Dr. Nelson, Hellcat, and Gabby THUR. I'm assuming Bat Nelson is Batman. I don't know who Cracker is if it's not you.
Yeah, no clue how that happened.
Are we gonna restart, or do you want me to just
Yeah,
Have
we'll
Sanguine
restart
as a spectator?
so Sanguine can come in. Let's see if is it on the stream? Oh, okay, I can do that.
Nope, it was not.
Let's see, let's go gameplay settings. Let's see here. Riftbot.
What's it say for Riftbot? What is it?
Play against the pros, include Riftbot submissions in 3 to 5 player games.
Turn that off.
Oh. So they're computer-controlled players.
Yeah.
Oh, Batman saying it was shown on stream.
Yeah.
Oh, it was? I didn't see it, and I had the stream open the entire time. Or...
It was Cracker Rob.
I guess amidst the pictures of California, he showed the stream code.
Let's see here. Allow moderator to reject submissions.
No.
Twitch, no. Allow audience, yes.
I guess you can't actually.
Well, there was an option to hide the room code. Maybe if you put that on.
Here it is, top, at the very top.
All right. I don't think
Right,
we're
right.
All right, so.
No, that's how you extend it.
Go 90.
Go 90. 90 fine.
That should at least give us enough time to play around.
Yeah.
Loading seems fine.
All right, gather your friends, head to rifttracks.games and enter
So
your
make sure it's
room
not showing
code.
in the stream before you reveal it to us.
Yes.
Okay.
Here. Yeah, looks like it is not showing. And you guys should still be seeing the thing, so.
I just see question marks. Okay, now I see it.
Alright, and then we
I'm apparently king now.
Hmm.
We can invite the group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Expose it to the rest of them. It was apparently Cracker Rob.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Oh, missed that. Shall I start? Or
It's like
wait?
we're rolling.
There's currently 7 players.
I'm assuming it counts the audience as a player.
Yep.
Alright.
So if anyone else wants to quickly jump in as an audience player, do so.
The code is right there.
We're only going to give you another 20 minutes.
And not a second longer.
Yeah, that's long enough. Let's go.
Yep. I was counting to 15 seconds in my head.
Hello, aspiring riffers. In each
Skip it
round
this
of
time?
writer riff mode,
Yeah.
a movie clip. Round 1.
Tomorrow morning, our teams will change again.
Okay. Take a deep breath and enter your riff.
How do you not know Torgo's name?
Tomorrow morning, our teams will change again.
Sorry, no queers.
Tomorrow morning, our teams will change again.
Sometimes you're the pitcher, sometimes you're the catcher.
Tomorrow morning, our teams will change again.
Dot, and before you say anything, no, my ears don't pick up satellite radio, assholes.
That's a dot.
Tomorrow morning, our teams will change again.
Okay, Biden, you keep away from them kids now, you hear?
Tomorrow morning, our teams will change again.
The dirty bastards should change their clothes more often than once a quarter, but they voted down daily changing.
Tomorrow morning, our teams will change again.
This time in the ladies' locker room. Wolf whistle.
Time to place your vote, fellow riffers.
Was that supposed to be the sound effect, or?
No, they just typed in wolf whistle.
It wasn't one of the options, so I just put it in manually.
I was expecting it. That was a letdown.
Well played, good riffer. The round is yours.
Yep, that was predictable.
I didn't get a single
vote. Round 2.
Nor did I.
We're down in the mouth. Some of us have been reduced to tears.
Are you the next top riffer? Enter your riff.
I'm going to be surprised if mine is not in the pack with this.
We're down in the mouth. Some of us have been reduced to tears.
Now you know what happens to tunes that fail their Disney auditions.
We're down in the mouth. Some of us have been reduced to tears.
And some of us are just covered in jizz.
We're down in the mouth. Some of us have been reduced to tears.
Some of us secrete semen in vast quantities.
We're down in the mouth.
There's
Some of
two
us have
same
been
jokes?
reduced to tears.
Plant lives matter. Stop the abuse, PETA.
We're down in the mouth.
Nice.
Some of us have been reduced to tears.
At least I really hope those are tears, but they probably aren't.
3.
We're down in the mouth. Some of us have been reduced to tears.
Oh God, why is that plant vagina crying?
Here we go again. Time to vote.
I'm gonna vote for the one that's almost the same as mine.
Oh, I'm just so proud of you.
I got 0 votes.
Mike Nelson and Uber
Round
Nelson on the
3.
same page there.
Now, how many times do we have to do this in order for us to get this right?
Okay. Take a deep breath and enter your riff.
Whoa, did I get kicked out?
I'm just going with riff me because obviously my answers are dog shit.
I got kicked out of the game.
Doing worse than I can think of.
I can't type anything because I got kicked out of the game and it's not letting me reconnect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see the consistencies there.
So I'm guessing there'll be 2 auto submissions. It just went through, so I did get it in time.
Now, how many times do we have to do this in order for us to get this right?
5.
Now, how many times do we have to do this in order for us to get this right?
You aren't worth that much money even for that.
Now, how many times do we have to do this in order for us to get this right?
Wait, you're not my grandson. Who are you people?
Now, how many times do we have to do this in order for us to get this right?
We'll do a 23rd take of the nude scene.
Now, how many times do we have to do this in order for us to get this right?
I'm sorry, I forgot I put my false teeth up my vagina, Jimmy.
Now, how many times do we have to do this in order for us to get this right?
I'm not going to Chinatown, Mrs. Pelosi.
Okay, we all had a good laugh. Now time to vote.
I went with Terry's answer.
I went with a slight protest vote, I think.
Doing great there.
There we
Don't
go.
get
How did you know that
cocky.
was mine?
You know, I wonder how it counts those amounts, because you'd think
Round
that
4.
with the audience vote, that would be a third vote.
No, I'm sorry, but Gilbert won't be able to play with you boys till later this afternoon.
You've seen the clip? Now enter your riff. We're all waiting.
No, I'm sorry, but Gilbert won't be able to play with you boys till later this afternoon.
But we did buy him the shampoo you requested, Mr. Biden.
No, I'm sorry, but Gilbert won't be able to play with you boys till later this afternoon.
Or ever he died in the war, you see.
No, I'm sorry, but Gilbert won't be able to play with you boys till later this afternoon.
He's got to be reanimated by the voodoo priest first.
God damn it, what's the chance
sorry,
of that?
But Gilbert won't be able to play with you boys till later this afternoon.
But I'm totally open.
No, I'm sorry, but Gilbert won't be able to play with you boys till later this afternoon.
I don't let him leave the house until he gives me an orgasm.
No, I'm
Gilbert, not
sorry,
Norman
but
Bates.
Gilbert won't be able to play with you boys till later this afternoon.
He's dead, stop calling.
The riffs are in. Time to vote.
Man, 3 of us went for death.
There were a lot of good ones in that question.
Mm-hmm.
Well played, good
That was a
Riffer.
good one.
The round is yours.
No, Gabby's was better.
And I'm just hitting riff me at this point. I'm not even giving answers.
Okay, Riffers. It's the
That's
final
lazy.
round.
That's cheating.
As far as I'm concerned, it can stay for
What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Who wants
Today
it?
I'm sucking balls and not in the fun way.
It's that time again. Enter your riff now.
As far as I'm concerned, it can stay closed until...
What is it?
They want you.
Who wants me?
The food wants you.
Fuck off, you little bitch, or I'll shove this mic right up your vag and spin it.
As far as I'm concerned, it can stay closed until...
What is it?
They want you.
Who wants me?
The food wants you.
Do I look like I give a fuck?
As far as I'm concerned, it can stay closed until...
What is it?
They want you.
Who wants me?
The food wants you.
After the revolution, you non-food people will be the first against the wall.
As far as I'm concerned, it can stay closed until...
What is it?
They want you.
Who wants me?
The food wants you.
Is it the cum-soaked vegetable from before?
As far as I'm concerned, it can stay closed until...
What is it?
So
Oh,
Who
no.
wants me?
The food wants you.
They want you to join them, just climb into the sausage machine, Johnny. They will actually accept you for you.
As far as I'm concerned, it can stay closed until...
What is it?
They want you.
Who wants me?
The food wants you.
The frozen fish sticks are ready to negotiate.
Here we go again. Time to vote.
Again, picking the riff for me.
I actually think the fish sticks one is the funnest.
It is, but it was riff for me.
Simply
Yay.
stunning work. And the winner is
Nice.
After our crash, he makes it up.
congratulations. Now, please join us for Bars and Punch in the Fellowship Hall.
And it's all thanks to cum-soaked vegetables.
How else would you make a comeback?
Exactly.
All right.
If Jimmy Carr is to be believed, you scrape it off your mother's teeth.
Thornburg's assistant. Frisbee player.
Who the hell's Thornburg?
Same players?
Blast hard cheese.
Mr. Claus.
Same or new?
No, we can stick with the same.
Same? Okay.
Round
I think that one was a better game. I think we got better prompts.
Yeah.
Hamid, turn sharp right at the next corner and again at the next.
Time to bring the funny. Enter your riff now. Take your time.
We're just waiting on
Just
two
sit here
people to
quietly.
Waiting on two of the three Nelsons.
Why? What inside joke did I miss that
Hamid,
everyone has to be called Nelson?
Turn sharp right at the next corner and again at the next.
But that leads to the black neighborhood, ma'am.
MST3K.
Yeah.
Dr. Ted does.
Hamid, turn sharp right at the next corner and again at the next.
No.
Hamid, turn sharp right at the next corner and again at the next.
We can still make happy hour at Applebee's if we haul ass.
Hamid, turn sharp right at the next corner and again at the next.
My period started and I'm trying to splash him with it.
Hamid, turn sharp right at the next corner and again at the next.
Did you just call me Hammy? It is AJU Binsa Jamie.
Time to place your vote, fellow riffers.
I'm obviously going to vote for the Terry answer, which surprisingly was not mine.
This is all Terry's attempt to fool us into a false sense of security.
No, I wish I'd thought of that answer. That was a brilliant one.
Arms raised.
We're all waiting. Well, look at you. I bet you had a good breakfast.
Good job, Hellcat.
Round 2.
Then, instead of getting into line at the lunchroom, Mr. Bungle pushed everyone aside and went right to the front.
It's go time, Mama Jama. Enter your riff now.
Now the question is, too dark or just the right amount of dark?
There's no such thing as too dark. Unless you're talking about people.
Then, instead of getting into line at the lunchroom, Mr. Bungle pushed everyone aside and went right to the front.
You don't want to know what he did to the vegetables. Skeptical smiley face.
Then, instead of getting into line at the lunchroom, Mr. Bungle pushed everyone aside and went right to the front.
These weird little scarecrows will have to wait.
The children laughed. No one thought that. Then, instead of getting into line at the lunchroom, Mr. Bungle pushed everyone aside and went right to the front.
Then Mr. Bungle got Nako kneecapped by everyone tired of his shit.
Then, instead of getting into line at the lunchroom, Mr. Bungle pushed everyone aside and went right to the front.
And that was the last straw. They met up with Mr. Bungle later and it is said he has never been able to audibly fart since.
Okay.
Then, instead of getting into line at the lunchroom, Mr. Bungle pushed everyone aside and went right to the front.
And so, class, that's what happened on January 6th.
No one thought that. Then, instead of getting into line at the lunchroom, Mr. Bungle pushed everyone aside and went right to the front.
This just goes to show that school violence is funny. Now follow me, kiddos.
Time to pick the funniest riff. Vote now.
It's not letting me vote. It says watch the riffs, not this screen, and it's not actually letting me click on any of the...
Which of these will I...
I'm gonna see if I can reconnect. There we go.
Waiting on
Well,
you,
I, for
Hellcat.
one, am impressed.
I knew that was Frosted's, and that was excellent.
Round 3.
20, 40, 60, 80. Here you go.
Thank you.
Are you the next top riffer? Enter your riff.
Oh. I was hitting enter and it wasn't submitting. And no, oh yeah, I have to click submit.
I wonder if yours is just going to have
Time's almost
massive
up.
pauses at the end of it.
Probably.
20, 40, 60, 80. Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay, so one woman can count by 20s. That doesn't mean all of them can.
20, 40, 60, 80. Here you go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
20, 40, 60, 80. Here you go.
Thank you.
Wait, these are all ones, that dumb bitch.
20, 40, 60, 80. Here you go.
Thank you.
You can now choose the black man you wish to purchase.
20, 40, 60, 80. Here you go.
Thank you.
Fuck me. I just came in here to use the toilet.
20, 40, 60, 80. Here you go.
Thank you.
Now which one of these is going to help me wrangle the white pony?
Got your favorite? Vote now.
What does that even mean?
Wrangle the white pony?
Yeah.
Snort some coke.
Oh.
Looking good.
Nicely done.
Nice.
Yeah,
Round
it was a
four.
toss up between that one and the one I picked.
Please, bless our drugs.
Time to bring the funny. Enter your riff now.
Oh my god.
TikTok people, TikTok people.
7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, big 54.
Please, bless our drugs.
Nice to see Cryptic finally made it as an actor.
Please, bless our drugs.
Who knows what the fuck I'm doing? I certainly don't, because I'm high on Hunter Biden's crack.
Bless our drugs.
Unintelligible, the big man. Unintelligible, 10%. Unintelligible, daddy, why won't you love me? Unintelligible.
Sensing a theme.
Bless our drugs.
I don't know about this new plan, Dr. Fauci.
Bless our drugs.
Very odd
I
biopic
just really
of
want to
Pablo
see
Escobar.
this movie. It looks so bad. It might actually be good.
Well, all of the Riff
Well, its name is Robo Vampire.
Bless our drugs.
Wing Chun
And there's a line,
Chigati Chong
please,
Chong.
please bless our
Oh
drugs.
wait,
I
is
mean-
that racist? Nah, come here, dinner.
The riffs are in. Time to vote.
I was going to go with the Hunter Biden one, but the Fauci one was cleaner.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet mine was too long.
Oh, I'm just so proud of you.
I'm happy for Cryptic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay,
Hunter Biden one
Riffers,
was too long. That's
it's
why I
the
went
final
with,
round.
Fauci.
Now I'll make some magic.
Are you the next top riffer? Enter your riff.
This one needs to be long, sadly, because I don't think most people would get the reference.
Now I'll make some magic.
Say the magic words, kids. Sieg Heil.
Now I'll make some magic.
Watch me make the U.S. economy disappear.
Now I'll make some magic.
This is my rope trick. It is how all the boys ended up in my crawl space.
Now I'll make some magic.
Yes, I'm really Pennywise's mom.
Now I'll make some magic.
But first, it's ya boy, Raid Shadow Legends.
Now I'll make some magic.
This is the last thing you'll ever see.
Okay, we all had a good laugh. Now time to vote.
There's a few
As
good ones.
Batman says, crap video.
I'm gonna go with what I'm assuming is Frosted and the Nazi reference. It's between that and Raid Shadow Legends. Ah,
You're
It's
doing
Johnny.
great. Don't let it get to your head.
Terry, you traitor.
So the explanation behind mine. John Wayne Gacy
And the winner
had what he
is-
called the rope trick.
I did assume it was a John Wayne Gacy reference, but I don't know enough to like get the
Remember,
reference.
there are
I just
no
assumed
losers here.
If you're talking about
Only
a clown,
people who
that's
didn't win.
your likely choice of reference.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy had what he called his rope trick that he used to kill the young boys that he killed. And the whole thing is that he admitted to this, explained it to the cops, and then pled that he had not done any of it.
I think Batman is channeling Jack Gunsky. He's shouting, "Nobody cares about your boring explanation."
Yeah, Batman wants to know more.
So why is there an E in whiskey sometimes, but not other times?
It's all if it's Irish or Scottish descent. And it's an E, not an A.
But
we gotta watch Suburban Sasquatch sometime.
Same or new?
We're gonna call it. It's I'm starting to get tired, and we're getting to the
it's
we're
been a
past the
couple
2
hours.
hours. So
Copy that.
Roger, Roger.
So I'll click new because I think that backs out.
It does. Yeah.
What's better than riffing?
And we're out. So yeah, I don't know. It's about the same. It's essentially the same game. So
It is literally the exact same game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least it's like old school movie clips. It is like a skosh different.
No, because the game we're talking about, What the Dub, is exactly this. It was the old movies that you had to write captions for.
yeah, and it's just the difference is that it's ones that have been off of riff tracks instead of just old classic movies.
No, it's not even that, because the movies in What the Dub have been riffed on by riff tracks. The only difference is the branding.
Oh yeah, they had the Village of Giants on What the Dub, and that one has been riffed off of.
Yeah. No, literally the only difference is this has riff tracks branding on it. And I'm assuming Mike Nelson is somehow involved.
And when you click riff for me, it's actually the joke that they made at that given point.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's just cheating.
Which leads
It
to
is.
the question, what happens if more than one person clicks riff for me at the same time?
Well, what happens is they've got actually a big long list of all the possible riffs, because one of the game options was pick a riff rather than write a riff.
Yep.
So all it does is pick from that list of options it would give the players if you were playing the pick a riff version.
Okay. So you get to pick whether you did the first riff off of that, or the second riff off of that, or the third riff off of that.
Exactly, yeah. I think there's probably 6 per scene that they've written.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's it'll be funny if you play both and there's overlap.
Yes.
But yeah, so we're gonna go with parting thoughts. Let's start with Gabby.
Aw. Well, I am rather tired. I think my head's full of empty. That's why I hit riff me on so many answers. But I mean, it's always a pleasure to hang out with you guys, and want to be back again very soon.
Mm-hmm.
When
Well,
I'm
you
not
might be back
insane
tomorrow,
hours.
depending on if you are game.
Yeah, actually, I will be starting a bit sooner, so I'm not coming home like uber late. For sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and Frosted.
I just hope that all of you will accept springs into your life.
Exactly.
Remember, it's all scientific.
Mhm.
Sanguine.
I'll end off not with my standard, but it's not the critic that counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood.
Terry.
2 things. First, a reminder to everyone that Quippers United is cancelled, so there won't be that happening on Sunday. And the second thing is thank you to Cum Soaked Vegetables for getting me that victory in the game that I won.
all of us realized exactly what those looked like. They were not fucking tears, and no one can convince me otherwise.
I don't think they were trying to fool anyone. But I did watch the movie Can We Take a Joke, which is on Amazon Prime if you have not seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's it pretty much goes into detail about Lenny Bruce's arrest. Several arrests, I guess, would be the correct term.
There's multiple?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
So
much,
was the answer a resounding no to that? At least with the current culture?
Well, it's like, I watched the thing and I'm like, yeah, this movie absolutely had no impact on culture whatsoever because, yeah, it's pretty much, you know, the point of free speech stuff. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely, if you haven't seen it, I definitely suggest watching it.
I don't have Amazon Prime, but I do know about Lenny Bruce and his run-ins with the law.
Who's Lenny Bruce again?
Lenny Bruce was a comedian that got arrested with Carlin for making jokes that they were told they weren't allowed to make.
He said
he got pulled up on obscenity laws.
He said swear words too many times.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think Lenny Bruce was all that funny. From the clips I've seen, he wasn't, like, funny. But it's still, he's, like, important in that he got them to, like, rule that free speech is a thing. He's allowed to make those jokes.
Yeah, if Lenny Bruce didn't have the obscenity laws to go against, he would not be as well known as he is.
Exactly.
And you found out that colleges hired people to yell that they were offended to the crowd.
Yep. Which, is anyone really surprised by that?
Oh, no. Stunned.
Absolutely flabbergasted.
You can knock me over with a feather.
But on that note, the zoo's closed. Go watch the Doom movie. Get the hell out. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Have a good night, all.